Hello, everyone. We're here with Grandma Tanner. We're going to do bacon ketchup meatloaf featuring our bacon ketchup we sell here at the orchard. So, Grandma, we're ready to go.
Okay. Well, first of all, I got my little pullet eggs again. This recipe calls for 2 eggs, but since they're small, I'm going to put 3 in here and get them beat up. I just like to go out there and gather those eggs once in a while. Some of the employees like them too, which that is fine. I told them they could get these eggs. They're just so nice and plump.
It's grandma's chickens up in the petting area.
Yes.
In the farm area.
So I got 3 eggs in here, and I'm going to beat these up first, real good. My little egg beater. And then put a teaspoon of accent in there.
Hey, Maddie's sister's watching from Louisiana.
Oh, great.
We'd say hi to Maddie, but she's on vacation.
Yeah, Maddie will be back pretty soon. So a teaspoon of accent. And then we have this bacon ketchup. And that calls for 3/4 of a cup. It's really good. It has a bacon flavor in it, and it sells very well.
It's good on French fries.
Yeah, it's real good. Put a little bit more in here. You mix that all in with those eggs.
Uh-oh, you don't have your spatula, huh?
I forgot my spatula. It's up there somewhere. Beat that a little bit more.
Not only is it a mixer, it is a whisk too.
Yeah, I like this little thing. I got it at an antique store. Okay, then it calls for a package of Lipton onion soup mix, and you just pour it in there, the dry ingredients right in.
Grandma Tanner.
I'm having a bad time here.
Must be the weather.
Okay, get that all mixed in there. And then you add a 1.5 cups of, I use the quick oatmeal. You just pour that in there and mix that all up. Gets a little thick. And then a 1/2 cup of warm water. I think the warm water kind of helps the oatmeal swell up a little bit. Pour that in there. Get that all mixed up.
She's making bacon ketchup meatloaf, Peggy. We got people commenting.
On what I'm making?
Yep. Did you know? So Linda printed out the recipe today and sent it to me so I could post it. I put bacon ketchup, spelled Ketchup, and then I saw in the recipe she spelled it Catsup. And so I thought, well, I'll look on the bottle, and it's Ketchup. So I Googled that. What's the correct spelling? And they're both right. But Heinz is the one that spelled it ketchup in the very beginning.
With a C.
With a K.
Oh, with a K.
Well,
okay.
they're the ones that spelled it with a K. It used to be spelled ketchup, and it was made out of like fermented fish.
Really?
Years ago. It was rather interesting.
Okay, for this next step, I put a glove on, but one thing you really need here is some nice lean hamburger. And I get this from my sister-in-law at Wigan Farms.
In Deer Creek?
In Deer Creek. And she sells this meat. It's processed up at Eureka Locker. So you want to get this all mixed up really good.
You can buy those gloves at like GFS or
Yeah.
Gordon Food or anywhere.
They're like $4 or $5 for 100 of them. It's not bad.
I use them making hamburger patties.
I like them even for gardening or anything. You just throw them away when you're done. So you mix this up really good. I squeeze it between my fingers. That's the secret, is to get this mixed really, really well. I did turn my oven on to 350 because it takes 1 hour to bake. I think we're going to have this for supper tonight. Richard's sister and her husband came from Leicester, Iowa. So we're going to eat at home tonight. Keep squeezing that and getting it all blended in there really good.
Wilma and Meth. Here's Wilma. She doesn't want to be on TV. Come every year around Columbus Day and help us out. You'll see Wilma slicing apples for the samples. That's one of her favorite jobs to do, and she knows a lot about apples growing up here. So then she went out to Iowa and became a hog farmer. You had chickens too, didn't you? Lots of chickens. My first time I ever drove a three-wheeler was at their farm. I drove it straight through the hog fence.
Okay, now you get that mixed up real well. You have a loaf pan here. And I did put some parchment paper, just a little piece of parchment paper in the bottom of this loaf pan.
Why do you put that in there?
So be sure it plops out real easy.
Okay. Does it help it not burn on the bottom or no?
Probably.
Probably, maybe.
I got that over there at the bakery.
You can buy that at the food store too, at the food service.
Yeah. So this all goes into one loaf pan.
I bet that'd be good with some brown sugar in it.
Oh, I bet it would. Jenny makes the best ham loaves.
Mini meatloaves.
Oh, mini meatloaves with the sauce on it.
I have to use bacon ketchup next time instead of plain ketchup.
Yeah. Okay, now you just press that down in there. Blended real well. And I kind of like to push it up along the sides, make kind of a little, make a loaf out of it. Get it even in there so that it'll bake evenly. Kind of like that. Then you take this tomato sauce. Hunt's, well, you can use any kind. I just happen to get Hunt's. And I made a loaf this morning, so I have a little bit left here. About 3/4 of a cup of that. That's just going to be enough. And then you add a little bit more of the bacon ketchup, so you get a full cup. You mix that up real good.
I love how you're using that little spoon for everything. Saving yourself from doing dishes.
Yeah, I don't have too many. It's just real handy here. Okay, then you take that cup of bacon ketchup and you just pour it over the top of this meatloaf. Pretty simple. It has a nice bacon flavor to it. So that's what it should look like when you go to put it in the oven.
Now, could you lay raw bacon on top of that?
Yes, you can. The recipe says that if you really like bacon, you can put bacon, a couple strips. I have done it, diagonally. Kind of dresses it up a little bit. But you can also, that's if you like a lot of
bacon
flavor. So that's about it. It'll be about 1 hour. And I made one this morning, so this is what it looks like. They have these round pieces of bacon over in the bakery. So I got 2 of them and just laid them on top. So I might heat this a little bit later. So these employees, well, I've got one right here. She's trying to get a piece of meatloaf.
That is good meatloaf.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, and did you have anything else you wanted to tell us when your other?
Yes. Well, we got another bacon product we have is bacon ranch dressing.
It's really good on.
It's real good. They usually feature this on our chicken fajita salad in the bakery.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice and thick, and all these bacon lovers, there you go.
Okay. And then we were asking Grandma Tanner some questions every week. I didn't get a question for this week, but Grandma Tanner, what was your career before you met Grandpa Tanner?
Well, I was a nurse, and then I went to be a surgical nurse and worked at Methodist in surgery for 3 years.
Okay.
Or 3.5 years, actually.
All right. She's always told us a lot of good stories about living in Peoria with her roommates. Maybe one day we can get one of your roommates out here.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fun.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week. And don't forget, Grandpa Tanner is on Wednesdays at 3 o'clock, and we're going through some of the history of the farm here and the family. Thank you.